Okay, I'm back. I wanted to do Destin's entire post. I just didn't have time. I want to get through that show. Okay, it says I just watched your video on YouTube to see that my photo that you screenshot uh, that have that have not given you permission or access to has been posted on your photo bucket. It's always been there. It's been there for a couple of years, man, since you originally had that problem with the police. I really don't appreciate you screenshot my photo and using my photo without my consent or permission, as it violates my privacy. I thought we were cool and on good terms since we talk and hash out the issues from the past. We were. That photo had been there for years. Okay? But I remember I had your photo on my site and I put it up on Photo Bucket to jack it into my site so it could be a page. Otherwise, if I upload it to the um, to the thread, it becomes a little thumbnail at the bottom. Back when we were having our issues, but I guess you probably weren't on my site then. Yeah. Okay. I thought we were cool, but I really don't appreciate you stealing my photo to make public discussion or a public mockery out of me without my consent. What's wrong? Well, I'm trying to remember if I talked about him in that video on curvy women. I don't recall talking about him. Let's see. I did a video on him a long time ago, and that's the photo that I used. But I really don't. Okay, please remove my photo on your video titled "Curvy Women, Real Men" on YouTube. I'm also going to take it off of my photo bucket. It's old news. The video you explained the whole chasing on college campus at the time. Just to clarify, that was the only domain and venue available for me at the time to approach women and interact with them in the first place. In addition to what I stated, they were not going to arrest me. If you watch the video that I did in the past, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch, sorry. You will remember that I state that the cops at the college told me that there were two girls. Yeah, I remember that. You must have mentioned that at the end of it. I watched the first part of that video and I was gone. That told me that were two girls who complained against me because they saw me interact with other girls who gave me their number and they got jealous and they told the cops for that reason that the cop I spoke to told me that the women said that I was very persistent. I remember that. The cop told me that many women were shy and not open and tend to hang out with people, social group, or people who they were familiar with. Why general? Because many girls at campus in general were so confined with hang out with in their social group. The one cop who spoke to me just advised me to be more cautious in my approach. Here's the thing. See, I didn't get all that from your video. They called the cops on you. Whatever you believe, for whatever reason you believe, the cops were called on you. Because remember, you were hoe chasing like a motherfucker on campus. Okay? And you're not the only one who said the cops called on them. Remember, the cops were called on German PUAs. Uh, they're now forbidden from going to certain nightclubs and also from going into the underground subway system. And this has been happening all over the world. The cop who spoke to me just advised me to be more cautious in my approach when interact with women on campus and when approach certain women on college campus in general. He never mentions anything about arresting me, as I have not done anything which is illegal. He basically told me that if there was another claim from another woman, that he would have to restrict me within certain range of college premises. And that was all. Okay, you're from Africa. You're not really must not be that familiar with how shit works in the States. At one time, What you did would have got you hung. Study African American history. I mean, the real shit, not what you see in the schools. Okay? Get into the real shit. They destroyed an entire African American town because a black kid went up in an elevator with a white girl, and the white girl said that he talked to her or tried to mess with her. There's a documentary right here on YouTube. It's called The Black Wall Street. Type it into the search engine and go watch that. You could have gotten one of the more racist cops, and trouble could have happened to you. He never mentions anything about arresting me. Where did I leave off at? That he would restrict me. And think about that. They're getting ready to restrict you to your range on campus. All because you're hoe chasing. But you already understood how bad that was after a couple of years. Which is cool. We've talked about that. I'm just going to go through your entire message here because I'll skimming it. And I don't want to hurt your feelings by skimming it. The video that I did in the past, the more you talk about it, the more maybe I might remember more about it. Was just, yeah. I think I saw the video. How did I get your photo, though? I must have screenshot your face in the video, which is on YouTube. And you're complaining about me? Come on, man. I did in the past was just basically advising other college men to be careful when approaching random women on college campus and interacting with them in general. That's good. I was legally underage to attend bars or nightclubs. Yeah, I remember that. Also, I come from a very conservative family where my parents were strict. Yeah, I remember that too. And a little bit apprehensive about me going often. Yeah. Why? Generally because I was not entitled or giving the opportunity like other young teens my age. I remember that. So I think we talked about that. I remember I really learned a lot about the game from watching some of your videos and gain insight on how women do the choosing and about the whole eye contact concept, which is true. Yes, we got that understanding. I really don't want any problems. No problems here. You said that your website was a place where people should feel comfortable writing posts and expressing ourselves on issues we face as a whole in the game. My website is a place where players come. Okay? Really good players. It can get very aggressive. When you put men in a certain environment, they can become very aggressive. I really don't appreciate how some members on your site, they will blatantly come and attack you for no reason. I respect your opinion as you experience what many minorities, especially people of color, experience in the game. I can take criticism to a degree if there's something that I need to work on in the game from you or Grease 2000 or Hand Hand or anybody who's experienced in the game on your website. I'm not familiar with anybody really attacking you. There are some people that their approach, the way they talk, is they're trying to be all hard and all playerish, So you got to watch out for those kind of people. They want to come off, hard. And what they're really trying to do is give you some advice. But I really don't appreciate people taking pot shots or jabs at me for no reason. Like, one first joined your group video chat and had random people who didn't know me in real life make judgment on me and opposing their viewpoints on me not to date a lot of women and just get married? Huh? Was I there when people were saying this shit? Well, you can't stop people from saying shit. And I refuse to do that shit, and I refuse to settle for less. The people on site who want to do that can do that, but I'm not doing that. I will continue to date more women, and also during your group chat, you had some members judge me, claim that okay, your issue is with those members, okay, not with me. So I can see that uh, what you got to learn how to do is express yourself in a certain way so that you earn respect. Likewise, just because I really didn't say a word, yeah, okay. I'm not soft. I'll fight back physically to defend myself. Okay, you guys learn how to do it online as well. Okay. I think you should moderate your site more. No, I do moderate it very, very well. I've deleted this Lord guy's posts, and I've been trying to counsel him in private. Yeah, I do a good job at that. I know that you got your feelings hurt, and I understand that. I'm sorry. There are some hard people out there. Remember, I'm trying to make you into a man, okay? Not leave you a soft male, because when you get out of school, you'll learn that the world is not what it seems to be. Especially here in America, you're going to run into people that hate you because of the color of your skin, and they'll let you know it. If you're not hardened by then it's going to hurt your feelings. It's going to fuck you up in your head. When I learned that white people hated black people, there were some white people that hated black people when I learned that as a kid. It really bothered me. I didn't understand why. I didn't get it. I was living in Japan when I finally figured the shit out, and I didn't understand. I wasn't exposed to civilian life. I was on the base. And, I got called the N-word every now and then, so like I used hit in the mouth. They didn't do it again. But to actually hate you. So you're going to have to grow some thicker skin in this country. You come from a country where most people look like you. You're in a country where it's not the same there, brother. And some of these people, a small percentage of the people, the dominant people here, they'd kill you if they could get away with it. They would hang you from a tree if they could get away with it, as they've done in the past. They would tie you to a tree and set you on fire and watch you scream after they cut parts off you for souvenirs. Watch you try to crawl away from the front flames as you burn to death. Okay? A lot of them belong to an organization that's called the KKK, Christian Knights of the Corsair, whatever you want to call them, or however you want to name them. But there's nothing Christian about them. If they could kill you and get away with it, they would. So America is not all roses and happy people skipping around. You're going to have to learn to develop some tough skin on how to handle shit. They're going to call you some names. And don't say you're used to that, because you're not. Remember, we talked about your private life. You've been sheltered. Your parents sheltered you. So, yeah. Let's see. I smashed a hot girl who I met off POF thanks to your product from my country, Africa. So you smashed an African girl. That's good. Which I noticed they tend to be more attracted than the sisters in the United States. That's because you're from Africa. Okay? They have issues here with skin color and all that kind of shit. If you're dark skinned and you're not an athlete or rich, then you have to, it's harder. And that's because of what's called white supremacy. They've fucked up the black folks here's minds. Okay, which I'm grateful and luck of, since my family from Africa. But yeah, that's a different story altogether. But hook up with her. Oh, by the way, congratulations. You're not a virgin anymore, also. And thanks for getting my product. I realize hoe chasing is a waste of time and energy. I want to own a chick and have the power over them and most control of them and minds. So I woke up to the truth of the game. Good. Also, I have been studying metaphysics and vibrations. I noticed also I received some physically hot, attractive, curvy white women. They love dark-skinned brothers. That's good market. Who are not fat view my profile on POF. Who viewed my profile without me viewing theirs. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. So I guess I'm above average in looks. Who has lot of potential, brother. Of lot of, who has a lot of potential, how you want to say it, to blow up in the game. Same skinny guy. But I've been working out. I realize the game no joke. Destined, you're African. You're supposed to be the most intelligent people on the planet, man. Come on. You're beating the Asians academically. Even the Asians, Africans are beating academically. You're making it hard for me to read here, cuz. When it comes to dating white girls, I receive a lot of interest in white girls who are very even attractive, which most brothers would jump on right off the bat. That's good. But I also realize that it is risky dating white women as a black man or African man. Not as bad as it was. Harassing them is what's risky. Okay? Yeah, I've been called names, walking, always from a speeding truck, the N word. And I recall them calling one of my girls the N word lover. Always from speeding trucks. They're so brave in those speeding trucks, man. It's harassing them, especially with white cops. Now, you're dealing with campus police. I don't think the racist ones can exist in an environment like that. I'm sure they weed them out. I had some who were into me. I can't accept until you prove it. You may have thought they were into you, though. See, a lot of guys think girls are giving them choosing. People view your profile because they see a nice-looking brother, they check you out, and they may choose otherwise. If they like you, they'll eventually send you a message. Okay. Of course, if you took my product, at the end you have your. If you like what you see or read, send me a message. Now, let's go on here so I can finish this. There's no paragraphs, though. Actually, there's no space in the paragraphs. No white space. When it's all one block of text there, brother, I have trouble focusing my eyes. You see, I lose place all the time because I talk to the camera. I talk to my viewers. Because many them lived in sundown towns. You heard of that. I wasn't comfortable driving in that environment, especially during the night. It's good you're being safe. You got to be safe in this country. It's getting actually worse, especially since they're pushing Trump through. It's going to get worse for black folks. As you may understand, Supreme, can you and Greece make video on how black men can date these women if they are choosing you? How brothers can understand the racial aspect in the dating game to be better, be secure and safe when it comes to racial elements of the game. More videos on that. I think that will be very helpful because many think it is common trend and nothing comes from it. Don't worry and shit. And nothing comes from it. Don't worry and shit. I know you're bilingual, but you got to get the grammar down, man. especially if you're going to apply for a job. You got to have their grammar on point. Okay. At college where I lived, outside campus, there this black Jamaican guy who lived across the street from me. I always see him bring these attractive white women over to his house, which most brothers would jump over like almost 3 white girls every week. That's an impressive brother right there. And one step out my room to throw the garbage from my room. Oh no. And one step out my room to throw the, sorry, you said throw. You mean through the garage from my room. And I saw the cop car right by his house. Fuck. And white men sitting inside the car, waiting. How's that dude? They get him? A lot of people don't know that the racial shit is still there. And as I said, if they can find a way to kill you, they will, without a hesitation. These people that do that have no souls. If you can just go kill a man because of the color of his skin, you're a soulless individual. And they like to make up all these things about, well, look at the blacks in the ghetto, and that, which has nothing to do with you. They're killing people. They're killing each other. And those types, not the people that are on this channel, but these are the bad ones. They don't see the truth. They don't go to like FBI.gov to get the real truth. The greatest danger to white women are white men. So yeah, can you make a video with Grease 2000 or by yourself explaining how did you handle the racial elements and aspect of the game when white male cops or white men in general saw you dating their women? Well, I'm a bigger male, and I had the look of someone that you didn't want to try that with. Okay? Because remember, these types, they're also cowards. They need guns, or they need to be in groups. And how brothers better handle certain racial aspects of the dating game. Plus, as you know, I didn't like going out. I have gone on dates, movies, all that kind of stuff. Those are safe areas. Okay? Like going to the movies, going to dinner places. You know, they want to go to dinner. Take me to dinner. I don't mind. But mostly I had girls bring stuff to my home. Remember I talked about that. Text them, bring me something to eat. So they bought meals to my home. Okay? I also think the video title on YouTube, the difference in game out there, later on, babe. The difference in game out there. Okay. Not to discredit what you saying because it's true, but they were not going to arrest me. They were going to restrict me. Oh, that's the same thing we started talking about. So let me skip that. You said most white women want to marry a white guy, which is true. A lot of white women don't want to marry a black American guy or African guy, but there is a percentage that likes dating us and they would actually marry us. And it's your job to find that small percentage. But I'm not yeah, we know you're African. I always knew that. Remember from the beginning, you told me. So you should address that issue because it will be good. I've actually addressed this before on the old channel. And I'm getting some of those videos back, so I'll see if I can find. Well, all those videos will get uploaded eventually. And they'll be in a playlist. There's also going to be some of my old podcast shows. So it'll be the old podcast playlist, and also the old channel video playlist. That's where the new members are coming, so they can go back and see what I talk about. You guys already seen those videos. Not to discredit what you're saying, just saying please remove that video or edit my image so it doesn't show for my privacy's sake. I understand. I thought we were good terms as young men. We have been. Exploit my phone in public to bash me. You know, I don't recall talking about you in my video. I downloaded it. I deleted that one. I'm going to go through it and see if I actually mentioned your face. I haven't called attention to your face in years. I think you said I was scanning by. You saw it in there. So don't get upset. Okay? I've had a lot of guys' photos in there when I do a show on them to talk about them or talk about them on my forum. Also, don't be upset because people were defending what I was teaching back then. Remember, you were the guy, you came to my site, you still want to do the whole chasing, and that's why they were talking shit to you. My guys are definitely against hoe chase. They're more for the let's call it the lazy man's way to the game, or the easy way to the game, which is actually harder because you got to work on yourself. You got to learn how to dress, learn real conversation skills, fuck skills, how to be a man skills, all the stuff that fathers don't teach men these days. That make you an attractive package. So my way is actually the harder way, but when you actually do all this and done all that, you're in the game, out there trying to date, you get more women. You don't have to work for it. Let me rephrase that. You get more women by not working for it. Because you'll be the attractive package. Okay? So, yep, you already said that. Please remove my photo. You don't like people getting your phone number and calling you a private number, which I respect, and same here. See, the reason why I didn't think it was that big of a deal because you had your video out. And I must have screen captured your photo from the video. Because that's the only place I could have got your photo, is your video. So, if you have a video out there, like, what's the big deal? Your video's out there. If you don't want your privacy invaded, you might not want to make videos showing your face also. Because people can take your photo and do all kind of things with it. I had to put up a photo of my boy Craig and I on So Suave. And this is when Photoshop was getting popular. I guess it's not that old of a program. This is back in 2005, I think. Somehow they Photoshopped, changed our eyes so we're looking at each other. Craig's tall and I are looking down like this. I'm looking up at him like that. And then they had, I think, his arm around me like we're gay, we're faggots. But it looked like fake because the arm looked like a fake arm they put around me. Like I'm a little butt boy. But I don't care. I've seen him turn my photo into a cartoon image. Showed me sitting inside of a refrigerator holding a chicken and a watermelon. I take it in good stride. I don't trip on it. I'm a man. I'm not tripping on silly shit. So my goal with you was to help you become a better man. To teach you how to handle yourself in this country. And I'll take that into consideration. The video you talked about, I have talked about this issue many times. And unfortunately, you probably missed them on my old channel. So if I find them, I'll put them up. Greece, he's going to be traveling real soon all over Europe for a while. Shit. So if he's on the road, and I'll be on the road also, traveling in this country, we'll try to arrange a time where we can get together and talk about it. And he's had hateration from white guys before. But the brother's 6'3". Remember, those types they're cowards. They got to be in groups. In fact, I was talking to him the other day. He used to jog in Texas, and he always carried a pistol with him. And these young Caucasian kids, they do the drive-by. They yell the nigger, and they threw a can at him that hit him in the head, pff, beer can. And I don't know if he said anything to them. He's not the type that'll say something back. He's the type that they're stupid. Let them go on. So he kept jogging, and they screeched around, came back, and they parked the truck and got out. And he said to them, "Can I help you fellas?" And they started talking shit to him. He pulled out his pistol. They jumped in the truck like cowards and ran away and called the cops, hoping the cops would come and shoot him. He had a license for it and everything, concealed carry. And the cops said next time shoot him. They told him to shoot those motherfuckers. Because he explained to him what happened. He said the cops I kind of figured that was what happened. A lone black guy. One thing I am going to buy when I get on the road is a pistola. I've got a shotgun, a 22 rifle. This is for my bug out stuff. I never thought about, the predators on the road out there. Because of the color of my skin, I can't go to certain parts of this goddamn fucking country. Those Trumpers out there. But right now someone's thinking, I'm going to write him about that Trump comment. Don't. I'll ban you from my channel. Don't even think about it. It's just going to get real serious. There's a lot of different shit going to go down in this country in the near future as he comes out as the Democratic nominee. But whatever. I try to stay out of political shit. They're all bad in my opinion. Like lesser of one evil. There's no real Democratic and Republican Party. It's who's ever pulling the fucking strings behind everybody. So anyway, I'll maybe next couple of days if I can't find the right videos, I'll do another video on this subject of how we got away with dating white chicks in America without getting killed. The main thing though is, and I've had, the white guys give me the looks. Like a long time ago, that one chick, she had a sports car. She took me out to this place called, I think it was called Bentley's, Fair Oaks. Fair Oaks is where all the rich white folks live. And I actually liked it. I liked the hateration looks they were giving me. I used to get off on it. Sick part of me. Things are different now. And times are changing slowly. But underneath that, it's still the same old shit. So nowadays, like, there are Caucasian fellows that are my friends on YouTube here and also in my group. In the old days, that wouldn't have happened. So there are Caucasians who are coming around that, people are just people. We're all human fucking beings. That old shit that used to be in this country is mostly a small group of white folks who are hanging on to that old shit. Okay? Now we see black and white standing together arm to arm in Black Lives Matter. That's one good thing I can say that group of women started. Things do have to change in this country, and hopefully they will. But I don't see good changes coming when you have like KKK people going to like Trump rallies. This is not a good look. And he's also a racist himself. Although he's becoming political now that he's running for office. I like the Mexicans. Anybody says something like that, I just can't co-sign for it. I like the blacks. Oh well. I think I've talked long enough. Good day, fellas.